So as an escort, I'm a GFE escort, girlfriend experience. So I'm gonna do what a girlfriend would do for the amount of time that I'm spending with you. And another type of escort is called PSE. It's porn star experience. And I get that request a lot, but I am not a porn star. Like, I do have OnlyFans and I make content with a couple different guys, but I'm not a porn star. I'm not like, I'm not doing like all the crazy shit that you see in porn. And so that's a request that I deny.
I think it's listed officially as like a travel companion. Now, will people kind of fly you out specifically, or how does that work?
So FMTY, or Fly Me to You, is a thing that most escorts offer, and that's the travel companion aspect of it. They pay for everything that is required for the travel time, and then my rate, which is $6,500 for 24 hours. So
How is that like kind of compared to other people who are in the industry? Is that pretty standard? Is that high? Is that lower?
Everyone has their own thing. My hourly rate is 1,000, so it's like you're getting a really great deal if you want to spend that much time with me, you know. And then my overnight, if I'm just like coming for the night, is 5,500. So how do I compare to the other girls in the industry? Most girls are charging like $8,000 for 24 hours.
So then, like, how much would you say that you make a year?
Around 300,000. And in my opinion, to be successful in this, you have to tour. You cannot only work in your home city, because the people who live there are going to see you on the advertisements, and men like variety, and they're gonna if they've already seen you, they're gonna get bored, you know, or they'll want to see more people. So when I go on tour is when I make the most amount of money. I make consistently 10,000 in 1 week, like, or sometimes 10,000 in 2 days. That's because when I come to these different cities that I don't live in, these guys are like, oh my God, I have to see her this time because I might not get another chance for like another year, you know? So they hop on it, and then I'm slam packed with appointments for the time that I'm there.
When we talk about the sexual aspect of it,
Mm-hmm.
is it kind of everything on the table, whole thing, or what are we kind of talking about in that regard?
I have some limits. I prefer it to be more sensual and like vanilla, I guess you could say, but I do offer trips to Greece, which is anal, for $1,000 extra. But I don't allow like marks that would last past the appointment, such as like whipping or like really hard spanking or anything that would leave a bruise, which sometimes unfortunately that does happen, but I bruise easily, so I just don't like the rough play on me. So that's a limit. I don't allow cum in my mouth. I can't, like, I am not a porn star, and although I have OnlyFans, I can't. It's just like, ugh. That's where I have to draw the line. So, but everyone's different. Some girls do swallow. I spit.
Why do they call it trips to Greece? I've never heard that before. Why is it called that?
It's called Greek. You can't like say anal on any advertisement. You can't even say Greek on some, but like that's the term. I don't know why it's called that. I have no idea where that came from.
Have you ever had any famous clients?
I have. I can't name them.
On a scale of 1 to 10, like how famous do you think we're talking?
10 for a few.
Actor? Athlete? Can you give us the industry?
Actor / TV personality. and a couple athletes.
Is that pretty common?
No.
Did you know who they, well, I guess through the verification you found out.
Yeah.
What was your reaction when you like, oh, that person's famous?
Well, I had to do even more screening because sometimes I'll get screening forms from people who say that they're somebody, but they're not, and they're just lying. So it's like, there's no way this person is contacting me. And like, out of the zillion options that there are, like, I know I'm hot, but like, there's hotter ones, like, you know. And I would say that the Las Vegas escorts get way more of that because there's a whole different market over there. But yeah, I've had a few, but it's very rare, very rare. And you have to sign a bunch of like NDAs and all that. I did. So
is it dangerous? Like, do you worry about your safety at all?
I definitely did when I first started. I was like, how can this be safe? How can I assure that the people who are contacting me are not law enforcement? And that that stressor was alleviated by the screening process. I screen every single person that I see, and they have to provide me a lot of information. So if they're not willing to do that, I will not see them. If their information doesn't check out, I will not see them. And then the thing with the law enforcement is, well, I figured out a cop will not send you money prior to meeting you, so they can't provide a deposit. Now, I have actually seen law enforcement that do provide me their information. They're just doing it on the side, and they are very upfront about their occupation. And yeah, I have seen a few cops.
It is. Do you feel, from a legal standpoint, do you feel like this is something that law enforcement is actively going after? Like, do you
I
feel
don't
like
right now? No, I don't. I would say they, it's more cause for concern, and people get in trouble when it's like they like someone has gotten involved with an escort who's currently going through a divorce, and they get proof of it, and then they find that there's this sort of affair happening, and then again with all those review sites, like it's that information can be used against you.